Have you ever opened your book, stared at the first page for 10 minutes, and somehow ended up watching random YouTube shorts instead? You tell yourself, I'll start in 5 minutes, but 5 minutes turn into 30, 30 turns into tomorrow, and before you know it, you're studying the night before the exam. If this sounds familiar, you're not lazy. The real problem is that you've been waiting for something that rarely shows up: motivation. Here's the secret. The students who consistently study and get good grades aren't motivated all the time either. They simply understand that motivation doesn't come first. Action does. Once you understand this, studying becomes much easier. Most people believe they need to feel motivated before they can start studying, but that's not how our brains work. In reality, motivation often comes after you begin. Think about going to the gym. You usually don't feel excited before you leave the house, but after 10 minutes of exercising, you feel much more energized, better, and want to keep going. Studying works exactly the same way. Instead of waiting until you feel like it, start before you're ready. The moment your brain notices progress, it naturally becomes easier to continue. One of the biggest mistakes students make is thinking they need to study for 3 or 4 hours in one sitting. Just hearing that sounds exhausting, and your brain immediately looks for an escape. Instead, tell yourself you'll study for only 5 minutes. That's it. 5 minutes feels easy, and because there's almost no pressure, you're much more likely to begin. The funny thing is that once you've started, those 5 minutes often turn into 20, 30, or even an hour. Starting is almost always the hardest part. Another reason we struggle is because our environment is filled with distractions. Your phone is right next to you, notifications keep popping up, and social media is only one tap away. It's not a lack of willpower. It's simply that your brain follows the easiest source of entertainment. Make studying the easiest option instead. Put your phone across the room, close unnecessary tabs on your laptop, and keep only the book or notes you need in front of you. When distractions are harder to reach, staying focused becomes much easier. Many students also believe every study session has to be perfect. They think if they can't concentrate for 3 straight hours, there's no point in studying at all. A messy 1-hour study session is far better than a perfect study session that never happens. Some days you'll feel focused, and other days you won't. Both days still count because success isn't built on perfect days, it's built on consistent ones. Even reading 2 pages or solving a few questions moves you closer to your goal. Sometimes studying feels overwhelming because you're thinking about everything at once: assignments, exams, projects, backlogs, and your future. When your brain sees a huge mountain, it freezes. Instead of thinking about the entire syllabus, ask yourself one simple question: what's the next small thing I need to do? Maybe it's reading 1 page, solving 1 question, or watching 1 educational video. Focusing on the next step makes the task feel manageable and helps you build momentum.